Hello everyone, welcome back to Jam Plays Daily Valhalla, and today we're going to actually start the game. What a novel concept 5 days into this series. So we finished the prologue section, we finished Anna's story, so now we start on December 13th, which is the first day of the base game. So, well, I say base game, I don't think any of this costs money. At the very least, I got it for market price, so. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump right in, shall we? Thank you for playing Valhalla. This game is best played getting comfortable. Grab some drinks, some snacks, and enjoy. So sit back and relax. We hope you have a good time. Psst. I told you we'd see more of Anna, chat. Hey, over here! Boo! How's that for an entrance? Come on, Joe, look sharp. The game's starting and the player needs a good first impression of its main character. Yeah, at this point in the base game, Anna just starts breaking the fourth wall. I know you served a bunch of tuxedo-clad corgis over the weekend and the bar will eventually close. And I'll admit my little prank on you might have gone a bit overboard. But remember, life is 90% of how you take it. Stay focused and look on the brighter side of things. I have no idea what the brighter side is, but you should totally find it. In any case, you should totally check that parcel you just got. See ya. Hold on, I have to move my microphone real quick. Didn't get it set up right before this recording, but okay, here we go. Oh. Oh. Just a dream. There's something near the door. Chapter 1, Premiere. I'm going to be honest, I have no idea how the chapters work in this game or what the names even mean, but... And here we are. Now, for those of you who have been watching my streams for a while, you may recognize this song. This is the song I use in my BRB screen for when I'm taking breaks in between streams. Like I said before, I love me this soundtrack, so I have used it for multiple things. So you'll probably recognize multiple songs as we go through this. Like, yeah, I literally use it in my soundtrack for my BRB screen. Yeah, so that's a neat touch. Anyways, let's go ahead and get in. This is essentially our main menu for the game. Your membership to Shining Finger will automatically renew on the 17th. Make sure your account has at least $800 back today. Make sure to save your data using the Life Backup app. You may now use the Augmented Eye. 4. So who is that letter from? Jill. Nobody. So this is a look into Jill's apartment here. This is, like I said, this is our main menu. We can exit the game, we can adjust various settings here. This is where we keep track of our funds. Basically, depending on what drinks we serve and certain conditions, like if we get them correct or not, or flawless service or whatever, we will get funds at the end of the day, and we can use them to either pay off the debts, as they said, the debt of the Shining Finger on the 17th, or later on we can use them to buy a lot of neat frivolous stuff that we don't actually need, but also provide gameplay benefits. So we'll see more of that later, not really much the first day. This is also Jill's phone. We'll be getting more apps later, but this is the jukebox app where you can listen to the music. This is how you save the game. They present it as an app. You can see they're going European with days and months up here. And then this is the Augmented Eye. This is just like an online blog section, and this is where you get little lore bits, so... Mass immigration continues as Quincy reveals new economic adjustments by Kimberly Lavalette. With inflation rates among the highest in the world, constant shortages of basic groceries, and rampant violent crime, rich city citizens look for a better life in other countries. Quincy, however, isn't happy with this. They learn in our schools and universities, the Prime Minister said during a talk with the Augmented Empire. But they apply what they learned somewhere else, and I find it rather insulting. This comes after the revealing new economic measures for the city, which most analysts consider to be useless for the current environment. They don't know shit, concluded Quincy. Would you leave? Not without you. Also, yeah, Jill and her cat have little comments on this throughout. I don't know where this game is supposed to take place. Because a lot of the jingoisms are American and such, but then they'll just name drop stuff like Prime Minister and various other things that make me think like the UK. Should we know that the devs of this game are South Americans, so... Wonderlanders are the newest threat to your security, by Kimberly Lavalette. If you thought Alice Rabbit was good at cracking the most complicated security protocols in the world, then this new group will certainly blow your mind. They've yet to make an impact as big as Alice Rabbit, but they seem to be aiming very high with the recent threats issued against Prime Minister Quincy. We hold full access to Quincy's email network, and we will release this whole database this January, the group declared using a stream. Shallow threats. When questioned, Prime Minister Quincy dismissed all of these groups' threats by saying he's not hiding anything, and is not afraid of possible leak of his email history. Maybe everyone will get to see what kind of TV I bought last month. Wild parties. The people behind the Wonderlanders seem to enjoy dressing in all kinds of rabbit costumes during the stream. From Manfred to Bunny Girl, the purpose was to show the love and respect they have for Alice Rabbit and their role in today's politics. We want to follow their example while having some fun. We're not sure if this will go anywhere, but we'll be there to tell you if it does. I wonder what Alma thinks of this whole thing. As an aside, real quick, I love Jill's apartment. Like, the best boss poster, the very obvious hot pink slut t-shirt in the top left corner. The thing is, I think the devs of this game actually sell that t-shirt online. Actually, they might sell the poster too. I'll have to check. Cyborg in Heels returns next year to the Super Silver Thunderdome by Lana Smithy. This popular. I will read this, chat, and please let me know in the comments if you get the reference. The popular show Cyborg in Heels returns to the Dome this March, with tickets going on sale in January. Cyborg in Heels is a massive stage show about a cyborg fighting terrorism while wearing heels. Director Quentin Hayter explains Cyborg in Heels' special appeal during an exclusive interview with the Augmented Eye. What's not to love about it? It's a cyborg wearing heels, cutting some stuff. That's literally something we've never seen before. A niche market I'm willing to capitalize on. Check out the full interview in the next few weeks, exclusively here at the Augmented Eye. His acting is unnatural. I don't think he cares about the rules of nature anyways. Another thing I didn't get until like a second or third playthrough of this game, by the way. Alright though, we got a long day of work ahead of us, so let's get going. Evening? Ah, hey there, Jill. Oh, hey John. When will you admit that you have a John face, Gil? Yes, so yes, we finally meet Gil. And you let people call you Jules. Quiet. Are you okay? You look distracted. Where's Boss? Dunno. She went out to buy some stuff and... Did you hear what I just told you? You said something? Yes, that you look distracted. Very, very distracted. It's nothing. I'm just thinking about stuff. What stuff? Well, I have to pay rent by the 30th, which is always stressful, and... there's also the fact that I spent a full hour yesterday apparently talking to myself. Not to mention the fact that 2 days ago I found out the bar is at risk of... You know, the interesting thing about this is, again, the game intends you to play this first before you play the other stuff. So in a normal first playthrough of the game, this is the first time you're hearing any of this, what Jill is saying right now. So that's what I mean about it's interesting to go back and play the prologue afterwards, because you kind of see some stuff that gets delved upon later in the game. So not only is my life being shaken up, I'm apparently going crazy. On top of that, neutering 4 left me with a completely empty wallet, and I'll get evicted if I miss rent again. There are all the beer cans around my apartment, and... Jill. Sorry, did you say something? Can you really work today? Of course I can. Let's go through the basics then, shall we? Just in case. If you can make a piano man, I'll skip the rest, but bear with me for a second here, okay? The game basically uses Jill's distraction as a very sneaky way to explain to you the tutorial. Let's start with a sugar rush. Look for the recipe using the navigation bar in the recipe book that will show up on the top left. Use the directional buttons. Move the cursor between the choices in the recipe book. Don't ask what these magical directional buttons are, Jill. Someone else will know. You can also sort drinks by flavors like sweet or types like manly. Add ingredients to the shaker. Push the left analog stick in the direction of the desired ingredient. Again, don't question what this left analog stick is. While the desired ingredient is highlighted, press A to add 1 unit of that ingredient. Jill. When you're done adding ingredients, press ZR to mix the drink, and press again to stop mixing. Again, don't question what ZR is, Joe. If the drink is properly made, just press ZR to serve it, and that'll be all. Oh, but if the drink looks messed up, you'll need to press ZL to reset and try again. You can use ZL to reset at any time, even while the shaker's moving. Don't be afraid to use it. Again, don't question what ZL is. Jill, I'm the one that went through the formal BTC instruction, and this should be no problem. Now, if you make the sugar rush, you go through more parts of the tutorial, but the game is nice on repeated playthroughs where if you make the piano man immediately, you can just skip most of it, so that's nice. Here, happy? Yes, very. I stand corrected. Now let's get working. Oh yeah, before I forget. You can make any drink big by doubling the amount of ingredients. But if the recipe already has over 10 ingredients, the drink is already big. Oh, and if a recipe says optional karmatrine, it means you can use none or fill it to the brim. Optional karmatrine doesn't count towards making a big drink, of course. Karmatrine is the alcoholic factor in a drink. It doesn't change the taste, but the amount still has an effect. If you add too much of it, the client will get drunk faster, so please be mindful of that. Basically, again, telling you how the system works, and low-key telling you, hey, if you want to get people drunk, this is how. Are you done with the exposition? Now I am, yeah. Hey guys! Oh, Bob. Eh? Who's that? I don't know. Found her while I was out shopping. Why bring her here? Well, it was either leave her outside at the mercy of society's fineness or bring her unconscious body in here. I mean, you could have also just, like, called the police, Dana. There was a third option, presumably. She's going to make such a ruckus when she wakes up, you know that. That's up for you to deal with. I'll be in my office. You can't just push that responsibility onto us. We have work to do, damn it. There are 2 of you. Believe in yourselves. You think Chief knocked her out? Nah, that's unlikely. She'd be crowing about it or taunting us if that were the case. It's not like her to pick on such a small girl. At least not unprovoked. Yeah, you're right. We'll just need to keep it quiet. She seems to be just blinking soundly, not comatose. Yeah. Okay then, time to start the night. Yes, I'll start working while you go clean the bathroom. Come again? While you spent the whole weekend and Monday doing God knows what, we've had some interesting clients come in. Dogs. Lots of them. You're joking. Jill, you've known me for how long now? Do I look like the kind of woman who would make a joke like that? Well... So, as punishment for leaving me to deal with all of that on my lonesome, you'll be in charge of cleaning the bathrooms. Have fun! Just that? Fine, I see no problem. Where's the cleaning stuff? Here. You brought that from home, didn't you? That I did. Fine. That out of the way, let's play some music on the new jukebox. This model needs to have all of its 12 slots filled with songs before it can start. Wonder what was the logic behind that decision. I wonder what the logic was not adding like random fill-in buttons. Trying to remember some of these songs by like the names. Yeah, I recognize that song. Alright, that should be good for today. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Hey, you! Give me a beer. Oh, sure, right on. I have to find a good voice for this guy. He wants a beer. He looks like quite the big guy, though. As you can see, Jill's dialogue already immediately hinting that this man would like a big beer, even though he did not specify it. Here you go. Yeah, this one's good. Pretty good, in fact. Nice job. Thanks, I guess. You're lucky I was in a meeting close by. This hellhole could certainly use a presence like mine. Well, to be fair, work has taken me to worse hellholes, like New Jersey for... Goodness, this world is dystopian. Oh gosh, what did society do to deserve free New Jerseys? Shout out to all my New Jersey viewers, by the way. Thank you for supporting the channel. Again, though, this kind of plays into the where does this game take place, because they name drop New Jersey and mention a prime minister. Huh. What kind of work do you do, Mr.? You're talking to Donovan D. Dawson, chief editor and owner of the Augmented Eye. Nothing gets published here without my blessings. The day started with quite the interesting fellow, it seems. So you're the one to blame for the barrage of daily articles on Alice Rabbit, then? Hey, people love those articles. They love reading about that urban legend. Can you blame them? The idea of some wildcard hacker working for their own goals and nobody else's? That's the kind of corny shit that brings a click. For all kinds of people. And clicks bring money, and money brings nice stuff. Stuff like cars, and houses, and plastic surgery for the missus and her kids. I think this guy is supposed to be this universe's equivalent of J. Jonah Jameson from the Spider-Man movies, like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man especially. I mean, comics too, obviously, but if I could do the impression, I would do it for this guy. Because I think that's what they're going for, but sadly I cannot. Well, I'm not complaining about the fact that you write about the hacker, just that you write about them every single day. Some of it isn't even news, just speculations or copycats. You can't read your newspaper's daily feed without running into at least one article about Alice Rabbit. Well, first of all, I don't write about it, my interns do. The poor bastards think it'll help them make them full-time employees. They're just capitalizing on this topic while it's popular. Second, you're tired of one article about a supposed hacker, but not all daily stories about murders and other horrors? Well, I always filter out that section. I don't want to start my day scared and bitter. I have enough pressure and problems as is. I don't need to add Glitch City's lovely citizens to the list. You're smarter than you look, kid. But if more people were like you, I'd go bankrupt from the lack of traffic. Still, maybe my job would be easier. How so? People get people get bored of certain kind of news after seeing it repeatedly. When I started in this job, it only took the news of some elderly woman being killed to guarantee click. Now, you need an elderly woman carrying a sick baby boy getting hit by a truck. That's not enough. They need a full sob story behind it. That's why I like those urban legends. They're easier to write about and you can make up any shit you want. You know, as annoying as this guy is, he does kind of make a point about how people get desensitized to news. Spend them while they're hot, and even people like you, people who avoid the murder stories, will see them. That brings money, and like I said, money's good. Huh, I guess he has a point. What about the opinion columns? Aren't those a good source of traffic too? Oh, I hate those brats. They just write about how they're better than everyone else. They might also write about how everyone that likes a certain something should be sodomized. Worst part about that is that they know half our clicks come from them, so they get all diva-like on my ass. I think you're being too harsh. What about... No, wait. Speaking of a newspaper. Yeah, the columnists on your page are annoying. See? I like how they're both in agreement. Yeah, yes, my paper is terrible. I agree. Kid on the restaurant critique column. Shit, forgot that brat's name. Restaurant? I believe that's that kid. Couldn't care less about his name. Anyway, his column is the least visited of the bunch. He gets less hits than the obituaries. However, he still insists that I keep paying for his adventures to outrageous restaurants. I wouldn't have any problem with that if he actually wrote about half the places he visits. How so? He rarely writes about the places the newspaper sends him to. I've even heard he tries to get free meals by complaining that he's a food critic. Poor bastard only gets laughed at when he says that. I do remember some guy coming here asking for free drinks and saying he was a critic or whatever. Did he look like a fat child with a really small face? No. Wasn't this one then. Anyway, all this talking to me first. Try to give me a beer this time, please. Beer again. This man likes his beers. They come cheaper in bulk at the store, though. Make this. Presumably make it big again. Sorry, I had to count in my head. Here. It's the big things that make life worthwhile. What about big troubles? Did I stutter, kid? Right. So, tell me, do you see many celebrities in this hellhole? Please stop referring to this place as a hellhole. If a place smells like soap and dog piss, I'm within my constitutional rights to call it a hellhole. I'm doing my best here, thank you very much. Who is that? Nobody important. Hey, I heard that! Don't be offended by what I say, kid. I'm insulting the building, not you. You can think of it as a small hole in hell rather than a hellish hole if you like. Charming. So, celebrities. Not really. At least not that I know of. Why? Well, to begin with, you have a serious VIP as a client, but I don't see you losing your shit. You're not making me feel special, honey. Second, because I'm always up for gossip regarding famous people. Especially the red carpet kind of famous. Those folks people pretend to love but actually want to see fall from grace. Pretend to love fall from grace? Why do you think that gossip about famous people always sells? People pretend that they love celebs, but what they really want to see is their idol torn down to their level. They want to see them suffer, to get their comeuppance for daring to be so much more successful than them. Nah, I think gossip is just something everybody enjoys but nobody wants to admit to enjoying. You thought wrong, but even if you're right, it wouldn't change the fact that people love that kind of stuff. They want to escape their lives by living somebody else's. Sadly, I fail to see the appeal in that whole thing. Well, I care if this guy I saw in some random movie was wearing socks with sandals or if they're dating God knows who. Granted, socks with sandals is practically a public indecency, but still. Oh please, as a bartender, I bet you have a strong voyeuristic streak. Your kind always loves to hear that stuff. Just like hairdressers, this sounds hypocritical coming from you. Even if that's the case, I don't sensationalize what people do. I don't make it more than that person you know from TV acts like a human. Sensationalize is the key word here. Just the other day I saw this committee judge bitching about what some girl was wearing to the store. No matter what you say, these people don't exist solely to entertain the public. This problem exists because they're the ones constantly cultivating the idea that they're perfect and untouchable. Going to exotic locales, dressing in elegant ways, indulging in every luxury they can think of. All that just leaves the public craving for those little moments when they make a mistake or follow their level. Can't say that's a lie, but sometimes the crowd just wants to see they're human. Hey, that dude that plays the nice guy is indeed a really nice guy. To be fair, the gossip articles don't help, sensationalizing everything. Dang, this conversation might cover celebrity culture better than Oshinoko. Feels like they're instigating a behavior that shouldn't even be acknowledged in the first place. You like your big words, eh, brat? Well, two could play that game of... Hey, you're a bartender, right? No, I'm a lab rat hell-bent on world conquest. I am hoping that is a Pinky in the Brain reference. Because it would make me so happy if it is. Sarcasm wastes my time, my money, and your energy. Refrain from using it. Anyways, I just realized that a bartender like you must have had quite a few stories in her career. Talk about changing topics. Maybe. Why? Wouldn't you like a column talking about those? I bet they would sell quite well. It would be like that priest who published confessionary stories and then got excommunicated and lynched. People usually tell me all this because they know I'm just a simple bartender. Personal stranger of sorts. We could have you ghostwriting. Half of our staff do that. They do? You don't really think Lana Smithy is just one person, do you? Figures. Anyway, eventually the people from the stories would know it's them and blame me. Not only would that hurt us as a business, it would hurt me. I really like hearing clients rant about their lives. Oh, it would hurt the clients too, I guess. You know, the secondary issue in this scenario. Well, if you ever retire, that offer is waiting for you. Yeah, like you'll remember me 2 weeks from now. Sure. You want another drink, Mr. Donovan? Mr. Donovan? Mr. Donovan. Did I say something wrong? Not at all. I just really like the sound of that. Mr. Donovan. Mr. Donovan. Is it really that special? At work, everyone calls me Mr. Dawson or Boss. Boss is just a title. It's too impersonal and cold. It is? Mr. Donovan was my father and grandfather. It's too general, but Mr. Donovan. Now that's more like it. They're referring to me, the man in front of them. Not to my family, not to my position as boss, to me. Tad egotistical there. Do you want your employees to get personal with you, Mr. Donovan? Oh, gods no, but I want them to fear me. Not because I'm their boss or the name appearing in their paychecks, but rather because I strike mortal dread into them. Average C-suite exec. Starting tomorrow, I'm gonna make everyone call me that. Oh yeah, you were asking me something. What was it? Drink. Another one. Do you? Ah, yes, yes. You know what? Third time's the charm. Give me a beer. Alright. Third time's the charm for what? Anyway, better get him that beer. 1 beer. Here's hoping I don't pass out. Cheers. Enjoy. Say kid, does this bar have any investors? Didn't call it a hellhole? There's some bloke named Spin that wanted to give us money if we stamped his face all over the place. But aside from that, no. Bars are pretty much like any fast food chain, so there are no local investors. Why? I want to let you know how lucky you bastards are. I sure suck harder than my first wife's. Okay. Those bastards think they're so important because they put their money in the company. Well, that's... I mean, give me money so you can make more. Let me do my thing and I'll get you more money. But no, they have to stick their noses and start changing the silliest of stuff. Again, this is just C-suite executives. Donovan is finally explaining all the problems in publicly traded companies. What good is it to be the boss and still have to work for someone else? You still have to answer to unions, the government, and those kind of organizations, don't you? Yeah, but that's paperwork. I make someone else do it and call it a day. These losers ask for meetings. They start talking about stuff they don't like, stuff they found offensive. There's always that one guy or gal who says, hey, why don't you do what that other newspaper does? Recently you told me that I need more clicks. More clicks! Make sure to keep stuff spicy while still keeping production quality up, but it's never enough for them. Well, you know what? They want more clicks. I'll give them more clicks. I'll show them what happens when I do what they want and don't reject ideas. They'll know who the hell Donovan D. Dawson is. Should I be worried? Easy pay before storming off. Look what happened with Spin though. We never heard from him again. Jill! Yes? What the hell happened in that bathroom? That kind of mess usually requires you to have thumbs. Crafty dogs, I tell you. You'd think their short legs would hinder them. The ceiling, the sinks, the toilets, the vents. Dun 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 dun. Okay. You wake up Briar Rose over there. I won't forget this. Yeah. Oh, a client. Welcome to Valhalla. What can I... Big gut punch fast. Alright. What's a gut punch? I want to give him a gut punch, alright. Optional cartridge, so we'll fill this bad boy up a little bit. 11 should do. Here. You can actually do it then. This crack house is a bar? Hellhole crack house? It smells like dog urine and soap. How the hell do you expect someone to feel comfortable in here? Surprised you decided to come out to our little crack house at all, mister. What the hell do you care? Paint Registry says, sorry for the question then, Mr. Ingram McDougal. There's an incredibly Irish name. I guess I should give this guy an Irish... Can I do a Jacksepticeye? I don't know if I can. Okay guys, prepare to hear me butcher an Irish accent real quick. Sorry about the smell, we're working on fixing it. There was an incident over the weekend. But it's Tuesday. Please, let me know what I can do to make your experience more pleasant regardless. If I pay you, will you come with me to a motel for a couple of hours? No. Then I have no use for you beyond giving me drinks. Such pleasant clientele tonight. May I ask why you decided to come to our bar then? Somebody recommended me this place and I have absolutely no idea why she likes it. She says she's a regular here now. I'm starting to doubt her tastes. A regular? Can I ask who? No. I'll concede one thing. Whoever picks the music at least has some decent taste. Why, thank you. I arranged the jukebox myself. Hey, Jill, where'd you put the dish soap? Jill's run out. Below the sink where it's always been. Right. Oh, a customer. Good evening, sir. Hope you enjoy your stay at Valhalla. So, any other feedback you want to provide on this establishment so we can enhance your customer experience? No, nothing. An interesting change of heart. I can't afford to slander this place knowing she's here. You know my boss? I don't know her, but I know who she is. Dana Zane, the Red Comet. The woman who fended off mall riders all by herself, knocking out cold one by one. That's an achievement and a title I've never heard before. The boss did quite a few things before opening this bar, but that sounds... Did you happen to know how she got her mechanical arm? I heard a couple of stories, but they sound too fantastical to be true. You've had an interesting change of attitude. I saw that woman take out armed riders with her bare hands. Once you see something like that, it's hard not to keep your mouth shut in front of them. Interesting. You can relax though, I've only seen her deal with clients personally about 2 or 3 times. One involved class 5 weaponry, the other a pickup artist, and the latest had an alpaca. An alpaca? Not really an alpaca, but there's this woman who owns a textile company. She got really drunk and he started screaming she was an alpaca. He started spitting on everything afterwards. The boss had to show her the exit. I'd rather not remember that night, so let's leave it at that. Can I get you anything else? Give me a pile driver, please. Please? There's a word I haven't heard today. Coming right up. Who wants a pile driver? I honestly feel like suplexing him, though. If I remember correctly, there might be something if we give him a sweet drink instead. So I'm gonna take a risk and give him a sweet drink. Gonna ruin my flawless service bonus, but... This is not what I asked for. You look stressed from seeing my boss. Sweet drinks can help with that. Fine. Hey lady, have you ever faked an orgasm? The Irish voice may not have been appropriate for this specific line of dialogue. Or at least my butchered attempts at an Irish accent. I have seen many streams where people play this game, and this one always just makes them do a double take without fail. It sneaks up on you. I'm sorry, I think I heard wrong. I asked if you've ever faked an orgasm. Well, you can't say bro doesn't double down. That's a question I'm not gonna answer. I'll take that as a yes. I was just thinking about how good a lie can be. I mean, even the most sincere people lie once in a while. Lies can buy you time, lies can make you happy. Reality will come crashing through the door eventually. But for that moment, the lie can give meaning to you. I say lies are like your porn stash. You know they exist, but you shouldn't acknowledge them. Does that mean you've really faked orgasms? Because you look like you have a lot of experience. Oh, goodness. This guy's gonna get his butt kicked. Still, that's quite the random thought to just suddenly have. Are you perhaps lying about something right now? Not really, I was just thinking about how people making polite comments about this crack house. Of course you were. Hey, I'm gonna need another drink here. Already? Don't you think you're drinking a bit quickly? That's my problem, not yours. Get me a fringe weaver. Again, I think sweet drink is the move here. We'll get her a blueberry. And you think this'll make me happy or something? Yes. Hey lady, have you ever felt empty? Empty how? Like, hungry? No, I mean empty like there's a part of you missing. can't say I particularly have. I just feel there's this part of myself that lacks something. An urge to get to do something I just can't satisfy. Have you tried taking up a hobby? It might not solve your problems, but it might keep you busy enough to avoid thinking about it. Any suggestions? Well, collecting stuff, reading, bungee jumping, combat sports, exercising. Sounds a lot cheaper than the alternative, which is bitches and alcohol. I tried sex tourism once. It's like a bloody Russian roulette of STDs, so I left midway through. Once burned my Christmas bonus hiring free women for an orgy. Porn is more amusing and way cheaper. I've also hired a girl to act like my daughter for a day for 3 years in a row now. Nothing seems to do it. Have you tried rescuing a puppy? You can't feck puppies. At least you shouldn't. I would like to take this brief moment to apologize to Jacksepticeye and Nagla and RT Game and Cake Jumper and all the other lovely Irish content creators, and apologize that I am butchering your homeland in such a horrific fashion. Also, this is a fantastic quote out of context. I'm drawing a blank then. Can't think of anything that might help. I wasn't expecting you to help me, or to believe me. Eh? I could have been lying through my teeth this whole time. People lied, lady. Anyways, I'm leaving now. This smell is killing me. Please come again. Don't count on it. Good. Boss, I'm gonna take my break. Alright. Yeah, in case you were wondering, the exceptionally creepy music I've been using in the intro comes from this. Honestly, this is kind of a weird moment, like they just, like, stop the chill vibes for suddenly this referral bit right here. I will say, though, I do like the little shaky sketch drawings of, like, some of the characters here, like the shaky stick figure drawings. It weirdly reminds me of, like, Flipnote on the DS. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but... Also like how they say it's now safe to keep playing. Like, if you didn't go through the save loading screen, you would have been in great danger playing this game. At least I didn't get locked up this time. Locked up for what? Hold on, let me take a drink. My throat is dry. As I mentioned before, this game is going to have a lot of talking. This game has no voice acting. So you get to hear me do the voice acting, chat. Isn't that lovely? I know you love to hear my beautiful voice over professional seasoned voice actors that can give these characters the actual emotion and reverence they deserve. But you get to hear me talking on my $20 microphone I bought. It sounds weirdly echoey sometimes. Okay then, back in action. Good evening. Good evening. Would you mind taking your helmet off? Is this better? Yeah. Thank you. What can I get you, miss? Master Specialist Seiki Asagari of the 765th Division Valkyrie Corps at your service. Wait, that's too long. Just call me Sei. What can I get for you, Sei? Let's see. I'm in the mood for a sweet drink. Oh, but not sweet as in cool. Although a cool drink would be nice too, but not cool as in great, and especially not as in big. More so since I have to get up early tomorrow, I can't afford a hangover. Sorry, did you get that? A sweet drink, preferably a cold one that's not too big, right? Yeah, that's it. I can do that. Give me a sec. Something small, sweet, and icy. I wonder if we have something so specific. We do. 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 1. Oh crap, I pressed here too, but alright, we blend it. That means we hold it even longer until it starts doing the violent shake. They don't explain this to you well. They don't explain the shaking nearly. They don't explain the blending section nearly at all in this game. That's something you just kind of have to figure out, by the way, so. No relation to the Hadron cannon you see on the moon for 1 week every month. Sweet, girly, happy. Alright. Here you are. Ah, yes. This is just what I needed. Thanks. I don't get many white knights as clients. I can only remember one ever, in fact. You said you're from the Valkyrie Corps, right? Are you the guys who deal with riots and such? Right? Oh, no. You're thinking of the Blitzkrieg Corps, the ones with the huge plated suits, right? Yeah, those. No, we're different people. I mean, obviously we are different people, but we don't deal with riots or anything. In fact, you could say we deal with their aftermath. How so? To rescue, heal, and protect, we are the angels who serve the suffering enemy attack. We are the light of hope in the darkest of times, the ones who assist the victims of crime. We watch, we protect. What was that? Sorry, it's sort of our Pledge of Allegiance. We recite it every morning. The meaning is that our duties mostly include rescuing civilians, healing the injured, protecting them from stuff. So you're the Red Cross? What kind of stuff? Burglars, rapists, car crashes, anything that might happen on our watch. You mentioned heal. Are you a doctor then? I know many doctors. I'm not one. I'm more of a paramedic. I treat people so they can arrive safely at a dock. Yeah, so she's basically a military EMT. I'm also kind of like a firefighter in that I sometimes rescue people from places. Damn, that must be a tough job. Sort of, but it's also really rewarding. I mean, I've yet to meet somebody that isn't glad to see me when I arrive. Must have seen some shocking sights. Yeah, just one time, when I was saving some people from the top of a collapsing building, I looked down and was blown away by how pretty the city was. It was like a starry sky on Earth. Oh, there was this time that we were cleaning up this aftermath of a car crash. Water was pouring out of a hydrant. The lights and scattered pieces of glass. It was almost dreamlike. That's not what I meant by shocking sights. No, but those are sights, and they're shocking, right? As my southern relatives would say about this girl, bless her pea-picking heart. Yeah, but never mind. Wait, did I mishear you actually said meant sighs? I mean, sure, I suffered through the deepest, longest, most frustrated sighs from people after everything's said and done, but don't worry, you didn't mishear. I guess I was just expecting a different kind of answer. What kind of answer? Don't worry too much about it. You finished your drink. Can I get you anything else? Something classy. A classy drink. Can you be more specific? Don't make it too big. Does that work? Sorry, I don't come to bars very often. My drinks usually come in a can. No problem. Don't worry. A classy drink, right? Let's see what I can find for you. Yeah, so, Sei is one of my favorite characters in the game, by the way. And a nice change of pace from our first two clientele. I can assure you not all of the clientele is like Donovan and Ingrid, although some of them are. I like how they have classic and classy. A brandini. 8 out of 10 smug assholes recommend it, but they're too busy being smug assholes. I may or may not have read that description already in this stream. Here you are. Yep. This looks like something Stella would drink. Who? He's my dearest friend. Not that I don't have others, but the one that I've known the longest. He likes these kind of drinks. I wanted to see what's so special about them. And what do you think? I was expecting something stronger. I like it quite a bit. Say, Miss Bartender, what's your name? You know my name, now I want to know yours. Oh, sure, just call me Jill. Jill, Jill. Jill is short for Jillian. No, that's not right. Jillian, Julianne. Do not call me Julianne, please. Sorry about that. No, please excuse me. I didn't want to anger you. But why don't you like being called by your full name? It's a stupid reason. Don't dwell too much on that. Oh, okay. I still feel bad about angering you, though. Why? You look like a nice girl, Jill. I don't like angering nice people. Hell, somehow, I really like this place. That actually helps. You're the first person to say something nice today. Thanks. What do you like about it? The smell of dog urine and soap! I'm hoping this is a running gag throughout the game, like, where imagine, like, every customer for the entirety of the game saying, wow, this place smells like dog pee. My mom used to be a veterinarian, and I used to go to her clinic after school, so the smell takes me back. Makes me feel comfy and nostalgic. Well, what made you become a white knight instead of a veterinarian or anything else? Well, I was never a good student, so studying medicine of any kind was out of the question. I decided is mostly because of something that happened while I was a kid. A white knight attacked my friend and was coming for me when this other white knight saved us. I don't remember what happened next. I just woke up in a hospital with my friend watching over me. I mean, it wasn't a prophetic moment or anything like that. But ever since then, I felt like this was my calling. That I wanted to help people the same way they helped me. It's interesting, though. One would think being attacked by a white knight would make you run in the opposite direction. Yeah, but it was never one that saved me. This would be like the equivalent of a cop shooting you, and then another cop arresting that cop, and your takeaway being, wow, I want to be a cop. I mean, I'm sure stuff like that happens in the real world, but it is an interesting thought process here. So, I kind of guide myself towards judging everything on an individual basis. Oh, not to extremist extent, but you get me. Yeah, I try not to do the same too. Why join the Valkyrie Corps specifically, though? Because I want to rescue people from dire situations whenever possible. Going into patrols and all that felt too tiresome. It's also the one with the least paperwork involved. Now that I think about it, there are different kinds of white knights, right? I guess white knight is too broad a term. There's not one specific type. There are many different rescue classes. Rescue, assault, even a squad full of bureaucrats. Really? Yeah, they get assigned to companies to handle the accounting and that kind of stuff. People usually ask for them because they speed up processes. Some people are assigned when a company is suspected of having weird under-the-table deals. Interesting. I do love the little tidbits of politics and, like, the background of, like, how society works in Glitch City. Because the interesting thing is you never really see it directly because you're pretty much in the bar the entire time, so you basically have to piece together the lore of the environment from, like, either news articles or conversations with the guests. It's a very interesting way of displaying the story. in a weird way, it's almost... I'm not going to say Souls-like, because this game is not like a Souls game in any way, but just sort of like how the lore is like more peppered in the background, and you gotta kind of pick it out. It's a creative way of doing it. There's also a squad dedicated to fighting school bullying. They were doing a nice job, but the fad of anti-bullying campaigns passed and they lost their funding. Bullying is back in, I guess. I think some members still work with anti-bullying cases in an unofficial capacity. That'd be nice, I think. Can I get you anything else? I don't know if I should. I can't afford that many drinks. And besides, I don't really know how much alcohol I can handle. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, you know what? I'll have something else. I remember some drink called a... martini? Brantini. No, I'm pretty sure it's a martini. It's Brantini, trust me. I'll get you one. I think we literally just gave her this, but... There we go. Here, see? Huh, you're right. Thanks. You know what? I think I'll bring a friend of mine here in a couple of days. Really? Why? I like the feel of this place and I want to share it with her. Might be a bit difficult though. She's more into, classier places. Not that this place isn't nice, but don't worry, I know the kind of place I work in. I see. But it shouldn't be too bad, I just need to... Suddenly, Hanna-Barbera explosion, and that everything stays the same but the screen shakes to save budget. Like, fun fact about the Hanna-Barbera cartoons. If you ever notice when, like, Scooby-Doo or the Flintstones, when someone crashes into something, rather than actually animating the character to smush against something, they just shake the screen, because that was cheaper back then. What was that? Sound like an explosion. I better check that. I paid you already, right? Yeah, go ahead. Be careful. I will. She left her helmet. Well, if she's coming back, I'll just hold it for her. I'll go check what the ever-loving hell that explosion was. Careful. What? Oh, she woke up. Where am I? Where am I? Good evening and welcome to Valhalla. That might have not been the best thing to say. Yeah, isn't Valhalla the afterlife? And like, I forget what mythology, but... Valhalla, am I dead? Yep, sure enough. Does that mean that Uncle Ingdis' ramblings about the afterlife looking like a shoddy downtown bar are true? Called it. Afterlife? I'm not dead. As far as I can tell, no. To be fair, I don't know how death or the afterlife works exactly. But you're breathing, right? Alright, then where the hell am I? How did I get here? Who brought me here? What are you planning to do with me? Are you organ traffickers, robbers, rapists, pickpocketers? You're pickpocketers, aren't you? Well, why aren't you saying anything? I'm waiting for you to vent your worries, otherwise you'll just... You're rapists, aren't you? Rapists! The whole lot of you! You want to tear my clothes, beat me unconscious, have your horrible way with me, and then brutally murder me, don't you? All while still violating every hole in my body as I lay there twitching, don't you? Murder, 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 interrupt me. As far as I can tell, this is like one of the only like actively animated sprites in the game like this. Well, this is going nowhere. Let's see if I can get a drink to calm her down, or to throw at her face. Wait, I guess if we're getting her something to just throw in her face, we might as well get something like more expensive. Get us some of that money. I'm a very ethical bartender, I can assure you, chat. What is that? A drink. You're at a bar. Bars serve drinks. A bar? So I figured I should give you something to help you calm down. Don't worry, it's on the house. Oh wait, it's on the house, and why did I guess I could have given her something cheap. To calm down? What'd you spice it up with? Roofies? TTX? Pumpkins? God, no. I wouldn't even think of... How would you spike a drink with a pumpkin? I don't know, are pumpkins one of those? Because there are some, like, vegetables and stuff that we eat where certain bits of it are poisonous and you can't eat, but I don't think pumpkins are on that list. Their stuffing makes me suspicious, you know? If I ever add anything like that to your drink, they'd dock my pay and tip. Not to mention I'd have to pay any lawsuits myself. That's the best case scenario. I could get fired and lose benefits or go to jail. Trust me, the BTC loves to catch anyone who commits that particular felony. They show themselves all proud for a hefty PR boost. The thought of going through all that is just... If you say that, let's do something. If you go outside and head just 3 businesses to the left, you'll find a convenience store. They sell drug tests for drinks. Tell the cashier that Dana Zane sent you. 2 flying cars crashed and went boom. That's why it was so noisy. Any damage? A hole in the street. Didn't know about the drivers or anything. I see. Either way, I think I'm done here. Did you check inside the toilet paper's locker? What about it? Oh my god! How? Why? How? I'm back. You tried to give me bandages at first. Poor Gil. Did you have to pay? No. No problem then. Try it on the drink. Says negative. There you go. But you could be in cahoots with the clerk in the store. He even knew your name. Good point. But first of all, it's not my name. It's my boss's. Second, we're pretty much a part of a chain. Sort of like the spicy chicken of bars. Finally, I'm not making you drink this. I offered it to you as a sign of peace. I mean, you are right. It is indeed suspicious on my part. Sorry. You could just ignore the drink, go for that door, and forget this ever happened. That'll be it. You're at peace and nothing of value would be lost. Are you implying something won't have value because I ignored it? Are you saying my presence is so unimportant that my lack of action will yield no difference? Huh? And what about the drink? Are you gonna let this fruit of your work go to waste so easily? No, well, I'll let you know that I'm not that unimportant and that your work does matter. Not sure you should drink it all so fast. So how was it? It was good, I guess. It'll help me calm down a bit, I think. Are you alright? Yeah, I guess you're telling the truth. Sorry about that. No problem. If I were you, I'd probably reacted the same way. I should apologize for my last comment too. It came out as insensitive. Guess I'll stay for a while. I need to get my thoughts in order. Can you tell me how I got here? My boss found you unconscious and brought you here for safekeeping. She didn't call the police or like the rescue white knights that we now know exist. But you know, she's just kind of kooky like that. She's got a mechanical arm, it's cool. Did you know she was the Red Comet? I didn't find that out until earlier today. And you were asleep until that car crash outside. I see. Meanwhile, like, the drivers in that car crash outside are, like, burning to death, but that doesn't matter. I guess it's better to wake up here than on the streets, stripped of clothes, dignity, and/or organs. How'd you fall unconscious? Were you tired? Sick? I guess I'm sick, but I'd rather not talk about it. Of course. I'll tell you what, your drinks are on the house tonight. Why would you do that? Consider an apology on behalf of everyone here for all the trouble we've caused you. Also, something tells me you might need another drink right now. Yeah, you might be right. Okay then, I'll take you on your offer. I'll have a piano man. Will you be fine? Yeah, I just gulped the last one, so I want to enjoy this one. Coming right up then. Alright, there we go. Here. Yeah, I guess I could have just given her the piano man that I made Jill earlier in the tutorial, but alas. Yeah, this is the one. My dad used to drink these before an actual pianist attempted to kill him. What did he do? Your dad, I mean, to provoke the pianist like that. Wrong place at the wrong time, I guess. He was relaxing in a bar when suddenly the pianist leapt off the stage and started punching him. Some say he was off his meds and that my dad looked like some music critic that had bashed him. I felt my stance that I got too excited. Jazz does that to you. Oh yes, I remember the random acts of violence that they would commit. Actually, you know, I was making a joke about how they would commit random acts of violence in the Peanuts films. But then I remembered, yeah, Snoopy and Lucy would beat up a lot of people, so... Actually, that is accurate. I guess jazz does make you violent. I don't know why my brain went to Peanuts as jazz first, but... I see. The Piano Man has an interesting story. It was originally created by a bartender in honor of a pianist friend of his that had just died. Apparently, it mixes all the flavors said friend liked the most. Oh, that's nice. This is how it feels to go for a drink at the end of a long, hard day at work. I'm not sure if I like the fact that I'm falling into that. Where do you work, miss? Call me Kim. I don't know if I can say I work yet, though. I'm still just an intern. Can I ask where? Have you heard of a newspaper called The Augmented Eye? I read it every morning. In fact, Donovan D. Dawson was here earlier. I knew I smelled his nasty cologne. That bastard leaves the reek wherever he goes. So you believe me? I do. God, you have no idea how much I hate that chauvinistic horse blower. Harsh words. Worst part is that I kind of admire the way he does stuff. He's so forceful about the things he wants that people have it done before they realize what's going on. He even got a pizza delivery boy to work server maintenance. A full week passed before the pizza shop asked where the hell he was. Would you believe it? The guy actually became decent at server maintenance despite having no previous experience. There are many scenes that I would love to see this animated or visualized. This is one of them. This is a big one of them. I would love to see just like images of this happening. I just want to see the Pizza Hut owner just walking over to see his pizza delivery boy just like working on servers in the back, like hunched over like a programmer. Please close the door, boss. The light hurts. It's kind of admirable, but at the same time, I hate his guts. Ugh. Knowing that I have to work for him, it's ugh. Why are you working there then? Did I ask something I shouldn't have? No, don't fret about it. I'd rather not talk about it, though. Fair enough. What's your name, bartender? Call me Joe. Is it hard to be a bartender, Joe? I guess it's as hard as being a cook somewhere. You keep going through the motions while trying to provide something of quality. All while answering the whimsy of people's orders. I think the hardest part is dealing with the chemical hazard some people might leave behind. Why? At one point, I thought about being a bartender. But I was afraid they'd make me wear skimpy clothes and dance or something. Here we go again. I like how Jill's had this exact conversation before. Well, it depends on where you start working, you know? I guess I was lucky Valhalla didn't end up being a tacky disco overseen by a DJ with an afro. My boss just wanted a comfy place, I think. Your boss sounds like an interesting person. Both wanting to put me somewhere safe and all that. She is! She's cool, so cool and collective, but has no qualms about showing excitement about stuff. Sure, she's been a bit tense the past couple of days, but even then, when you're with her, everything just feels under control. Just has this mechanical arm. I have no idea how she got it, but... Sorry, I got carried away. It was fun to see you break the wise bartender character you're using here. I do that? It'd be nice to meet this boss leader sometime and thank her. Shall I call her? She'd be glad to know you're okay. Oh no, I shouldn't pester her that way. Besides, it's getting late and I don't want to abuse your generosity. You asked for another one, although I don't know how much alcohol you can handle. I think I can handle another drink. One Brandtini, please. I like how she's subconsciously trying to call it a martini now, like the real world is breaking into the digital world. Jill will become aware of us on the other side of the screen before the end of this chat. Mark my words. Here. Yep, this seems like the stuff. Cheers! Hey Jill, was this job like a lifelong dream or something? Not really, it just kinda happened. One thing led to another and BAM! Bartending. Do you regret not fulfilling a dream? The only dream I can remember being passionate about was buying a Model Warrior Julian arcade machine. Can't say I've given up on that one yet, but alas, adult stuff needs to be paid for first. Never had a dream you want to chase? Not really. I mean, most of my dreams have been silly things or childish dreams. Childish dreams? Having a room where every piece of furniture talks, being a model warrior. Oh, childish dreams, yeah. Weird pause there, but okay. I remember I wanted to live in a koi pond when I was 7. The fish seemed to be having a blast to me. Weirdly, I know what she's talking about here, like living in an aquarium and stuff, swimming with all the fishes. So, no dreams? None that I felt particularly motivated to chase now. I mean, I'm fascinated by AIs, but I just couldn't find any to study that. So I picked something that I found nice and moved on. Somewhere along the way, I became a bartender. I see. Finally! Those dogs left a mess I'm not going to forget anytime soon. Gil has PTSD. I mean, how the hell did they throw toilet paper out the window? Oh, a client. Good night, ma'am. Jill, I'm going to leave early. I need to take care of the smell cleaning to my boss. I like how it took him the entire day just to clean that bathroom. Like, what chemical waste hazards did those dogs leave in there? Sure. Who is he? A ghost. Nobody you should worry about. Oh. I heard that. Why were you asking all those questions? Because now that I think about it, I don't really have a dream job or anything like that. I think we idealize the idea of a dream job too much. I agree. I very much agree. Not everyone walks around with a clear idea of what they want in life. Some take a liking to a job, others just find it after many failed attempts. Sometimes life takes an unexpected turn that makes you change your plans. What I mean is, don't worry too much about it. Maybe you're right. Well, I'm gonna take my leave now. Thank you for everything. Please thank your boss on my behalf. Bye. Thank you and come again. And that's it. Are we done for the night? Seems like I should mention the majority of the game only has 4 customers, which I mean it fits for story purposes because it means one in-day game takes about how long I've been streaming. A little less than an hour and a half, so it makes sense to break the story up that way, but it's also funny the idea of like only serving 4 customers the entire night. And Gil didn't serve anyone, he was cleaning the bathroom, like, how does this place stay open? Where's Gil? And where's the girl that was here? Gil cleaned the bathroom and left because he stank. Kim woke up, had a couple of drinks, and left. So she's called Kim. How'd she look to you? How was she? She was freaked out when she woke up, but she managed to calm down. Are you worried about her? Wouldn't you be? I don't know. Hey, boss. Do you feel like calling you boss is too impersonal? Not really, no. It's not like you call me that because I'm a stranger, just out of habit. Oh. Anyway, you're free to go after you finish washing up the glasses. Let me transfer you today's payment. Maybe I'll give Gil a small bonus for dealing with the bathroom. And there's our earnings for the day. Interestingly enough, despite the fact that we gave Ingrid 2 wrong orders, we actually did get a flawless service bonus, so those counted as correct. That's interesting. Here's an extra for helping that girl calm down. Aw, Dana. Although I will say, the total earnings and today's total transfer awfully, and also the total from the drinks is less than. I feel like an accountant would blow a gasket looking at this conversion rate. Alright, and that is day 5 down. Technically day 1 of the main game, but... But anyways, that is going to be it for today's stream. Thank you guys so much for joining, and we will see you tomorrow for the next episode of Jam Plays Daily Valhalla. Goodness, I need a drink of water after this stream, but thank you guys so much for joining. Bye-bye!